Hi guys, so I have another haul for you today. As usual, I will have timestamps in the description box below if you want to skip around to different shops. This is kind of a carryover from the last haul, so that's why I have all this stuff sitting out here. Most of it you won't be able to see, but if you see some, that's what it is. So I'm going to start off with just the remnants that I did not get a chance to use, or to haul rather, in the last video. I try to keep them a more reasonable length. So we're starting off with Wild Summer Designs. It's been a while since I've bought from her. I absolutely love her prices and her kit style. Haven't used any of her kits yet, but I like the format. But she was having a sale, I think a last chance sale. And there was a lot of foil stuff that I wanted, so I had to go ahead and pick those up. So there's her business card right there. And then a freebie with this green, I guess, gingham, which I really like. I like the dark green and the black. So I think this is pretty much exclusively movie titles, at least for the foil. So I have the Harry Potter ones in all 4 colors. I do have these in, I think, Scholar Prince Co. and Rose Colored Daze. I have them already, but obviously I'm going to watch or read these more than once, so I wanted to stock up on the ones that Wild Summer Designs had as well. So I got all 4 colors: gold, silver, rose gold, and hollow. That is a really pretty hollow. Oh, look at that. Look at that rainbow hitting it just right. So these are really nice, really tiny. They're going to fit in movie marquees. They're going to fit in quarter boxes if you want to mark the books. Although these are meant to be the movies. They are the Harry Potter movies sheets, so you get Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 in there. So these could be used to mark the books, but these are pretty much movie exclusive, and they are, I just love the size. They're a great size. So that's the really tiny ones. Then we got some bigger ones of the Christmas movies. I did get these both in gold and silver, so I am just going to show you one of these sheets. Again, I'm not going to read through every single movie here. You can see what's on there, but I've got pretty much everything, every classic that I would want to mark. I do love how Nightmare Before Christmas is included on here, because that's usually included with Halloween movies, but I like to watch it 2 times a year for Halloween and Christmas, so I like having that little extra one on there. I love how Rudolph and Frosty are included. I don't see them on a ton of sheets, but they are more animated, more old style animated classics that I love. I love animated movies a ton. Same with these two. I pointed out these two on the sheet that I got in my last haul. Don't remember exactly what shop I got it from, but those two are some of my favorite motion capture films to watch, probably around Christmas week. Then Die Hard, which is debatably a Christmas movie. I don't consider it to be one. And then, as usual, there's a lot on here that I have not seen. I'm also trying to watch all of the Charlie Brown movies this year, so I saw The Great Pumpkin, was not super impressed. I need to watch the Thanksgiving one for this Thanksgiving. I saw it last year, don't remember it. I need to judge it. And then there's the Charlie Brown Christmas on here for when I watch that. I'm quite sure I've seen that too, I just don't remember a thing about it. So I'm going to give my official opinion on all of the Charlie Brown short films for this year. So you'll hear all about that, I'm sure. So this is a nice hefty sheet with all of them. Pretty much almost every classic Christmas movie you can think of. And then I got one kit. Oh, I love this matte paper. I'm not usually so obsessed with matte, but the quality in this is fantastic. It is obviously premium matte. Oh, I can't stop touching it and looking at it. Look at the print quality. It is perfect. There's not a single detail that has been lost here, except those fuzzy socks. I'm trying to figure out what happened with the fuzzy socks. Did not look like the fuzziness translated very well, but these boxes up here are perfection. So I just could not resist this. I was honestly looking for another excuse to buy a Wild Summer Designs kit. This was the only one that I really liked enough to get, but it is well worth it. It is called Cabin Christmas. I don't do much cabin activities, but I just loved the vibe and aesthetic it was giving off, especially that hot chocolate right there and the little kitty. It's definitely a mood and aesthetic. So here's the rest of the format of the kit. Oh, look at that bottom washi. I'm trying to figure out which way it goes. Probably going to put it that way. And then the gorgeous date covers and date dots included. How nice. And I did add on this page here. So the mini kit includes the first 3 pages here, and then I typically add on the 4th page because I want to have the option to do some white space planning with this, so you are going to need more boxes. I don't even think the kit comes with that many boxes on its own. It comes with these 8 on this page, and then 11 including these really tiny ones. I like this size. This is a great size for some white space planning. Not a bunch of build-dos for some reason, although you could theoretically cover that up with a character sticker and repurpose those, which I probably will do. Wow, you can definitely tell that her printer was better suited to handle images rather than like solid colors. They're just like graphics. 'Cause I don't know, the printing on here seems very spotty. There are a lot of like little black dots in there. I mean, they're kind of brushing away now that I brush at it, but there's a lot of graininess in there. If you look really closely, you might not be able to see it on camera, but I can see it in person. But I do not care because that is not something you are going to see in a spread. Not very well anyway. I like little bows on here too. That's a cute touch. So that is Cabin Christmas from Wild Summer Designs. I did get a couple of extra sheets in here. I got movie marquees in various colorways. I do like the really big ones because I generally need a lot of room to either write in the movie title or to use a bigger sticker, like something like this. I'm so glad I got this sheet because these are so big that they honestly might only fit in this, or like I think Glen Planner may have big ones also. But yeah, and I think they are made specifically to fit in this. You could also add a character sticker onto the side of some of them, which is very neat. But yeah, even the bigger ones, they're made so that they perfectly fit inside the movie marquees. Look at that. Beautiful. So I had to pick these up. Also, I watch a lot more movies in a week than I will find movie marquees in kits. Usually kits will only come with like 1 or 2 at most. But some weeks I watch like, 5 movies. So I need a collection of these on hand. So I am trying to collect multicolor versions of movie marquees whenever I see them. Let me know if you know there's shops that carry them, because I don't see them a ton. And then, so that is the, I think this is my invoice, so I can tell you what colorways these are. This is the classic Christmas colorway right here. I like this like light gray, kind of bluish gray color. That's gorgeous for a winter spread. And this is Sugar Plum. So this is a lighter colorway. These were, I think, the only 2 that she offered that were solid color. I think there was like a buffalo plaid movie marquee sheet as well, and maybe one of a different pattern, but I didn't want pattern ones. These are the ones I'm going to use for Christmas, not buffalo plaid or anything like that. And this was the only other sheet of solid colorway movie marquees, so I just wanted to throw this in as well in case I'm using a spread that could benefit from these colors. So that is my Christmas movie marking game plan right here, as you can clearly see. And I love that kit too. I just can't stop looking at that beautiful printing. So that is Wild Summer Designs. Always love her shop. Alrighty, so finally, yeah, I think we're on our last kit for this batch of kits. So this is Sticky Essentials. I am gonna kind of put that off to the side because I forgot to get out a kit that I wanted to show you with that. Anyways, let me undo this extras sheet first. She's one of the shops that throws her extras in a separate bag instead of matching them with the kit. I always think it's funny to see how a shop is going to handle that when you get the extras I think a lot of the bigger shops tend to just put them in their own separate thing instead of trying to match them up with the kit. So let's see what we have gotten here. Alrighty. Very interesting. Oh, you know what? There may be something here too. Because these are 2 orders I placed. The second order I went back and got stuff that I realized I hadn't thrown into the first order, so they were placed right after each other. I think it's funny that the second order I placed came a day early, but that's how it go. So that goes with that. That goes with that. That goes with that. This goes with this. This goes with a Squirrel Prince Coat kit. So let's go ahead and get started. 3 kits from Sticky Essentials. This is the photo kit that I got. These are all mini kits. I believe this is the only one labeled as such, but if I recall correctly, they should all be mini kits. So I typically will get a mini kit and then throw in the glitter sampler, which also has a whole bunch of extra boxes. So if I want to make it a no white space week, I generally will have that option to do so. So I'm going to go over the format in this one, and the rest I will just kind of talk about the full boxes. So this is the holiday kit, just called Holiday. It is a really nice photo kit. I tend to gravitate towards photo kits because they are not very often done, and when they are, a lot of the times they're really good, especially around the holiday season. So I just really wanted this one. I love all the empty white space there that really sets off the trees nicely and everything else. Love the cookies and the milk, little presents. It's kind of more minimalistic, which looks really good in a photo kit like this. So that's the full boxes. Here we have your checklists, work labels, which are really good for some white space when you do not have a ton of little tiny boxes to use. And then we have some little things. I actually used a Sticky Essentials mini kit very recently. I used the wedding kit in order to do some white space, so you can pull it off with what you are given here. It is tricky. You might need to pull in some little things from other kits, but I did manage to do it with just what I was given in here. So it is possible. If you want to know how that kind of works, go ahead and check out my the wedding one that I did recently. So here you get some more boxes, sidebar stuff, flags, habit trackers, and then there's your one lowly movie marquee. It's nice that she includes one because a lot of shops will not, but again, it is very small, so it is not going to fit a lot of these bigger scripts here, like maybe the Grinch it would, although it's a tight fit. But again, that's one where you would want to try writing it in. And then we have the bottom washi and date covers and 9th full box. And again, I think it's really amazing that she puts this little notch here so that you know exactly where to slice along it if you want to cut it in half and use a 50mm strip or some simply gilded washi if you want to do that. That's really awesome. And I think with this bottom washi, I may just do that. I may take advantage of that because I didn't in the previous one that I did. And then here's the glitter headers, as you've seen before. So this mini kit is pretty hefty enough, I think, to do some white space planning. It's got pretty much everything that you will need in order to make it work. So that is the entire kit for that. There is no deco, I will just point out, because it is very uncommon to see deco in photo kits. I think Squirrel Prince Co. is probably the only one I've seen do that so far. So here's my New Year's kit for 2020. I did pick it out already. A lot of shops are coming out with stuff that I am not too thrilled about, but Sticky Essentials, this one I think really works. I saw this clip art in a few shops, but this was the one that really did it for me. So I'm loving the pink and gold and black and white. It works very well in this kit, I think. A lot of the boxes are like plainer designs, which would benefit from an overlay, of which I have many. But yeah, you've got all the basics. I love that double box scene with the table spread and the 2020 balloons. And I love that girl holding the champagne, which is glittery champagne. Just, it's so simplistic. And I love the art. I don't remember which shop it is, but I'm following her on Instagram. I am actually going to go ahead and go through it because it is a clip art kit and the format of that is a little bit different. So here we have that page, this page here, then this page with deco. I don't remember what this was actually. Thankfully I haven't put it away yet in this kit over here. I'm trying to very carefully peel this off because I always do that stupid thing with the cellos. So when was this page before? It wasn't that page, it was this page. So yeah, she just replaced the deco section with more boxes for this, which would be really useful. And again, the wedding kit was also a photo kit, so that's why I had so many boxes that I could use to make it some white space. This I will need to probably pull in some from other spreads because there is deco with this. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're getting an actual clip art kit. There's your 9th full box, bottom washi, which is ripe for the cutting in half, and date covers. And here's the glitter sheet. And then I also got tall fashion girls as well. I feel like the blonde is the one that's working the most for me right there. So probably gonna go with the blonde. Or maybe the black hair. Probably the black hair, now that I'm thinking about it. So that is the 2020 kit that I'll be using for New Year's. Lastly, we have the 'Tis the Season kit. This is clip art that has been used by pretty much every single shop ever. This was Kittenish Girl Jess's singular holiday release of clip art for this year. The only one that she did, so naturally every single shop picked it up. I looked at a spreadsheet of like a ton of different shops' versions of this before finally deciding on Sticky Essentials version. I just think it has most of what I would want. I just pulled it out because I guess I'm going to show you all of these kits in full. I think I got time. So, first page. I don't really have much comments on the boxes. I liked it enough to get it from some shop, so this was the best one. It didn't really speak to me on a personal level. Like, there's nothing I really relate to about this kit, about the theme or anything. I think the clip art was called Snuggle Season. Yeah, I guess I can get behind that. But ultimately, I don't know. I just liked it. Then here's this page. I like the movie marquee right there. It's kind of unique. Here we have bottom washi. Again, probably good for cutting in half. And then your 9th full box right there, which for some reason, which looks like an oopsie, is the exact same one as this one right here. So you really do not have 9 full boxes unless you want to save this for another kit. That's hilarious. I don't know how that was not noticed. Thankfully, oh yeah, and here's the glitter page. Thankfully, there are 2 sets of fashion boxes that go along with this one. So you can easily replace one of those with those and still have your 10 full boxes. So these are both kid boxes. We have the little boys right here, putting an, I guess, ornament on the tree. And then we have the little girls right here in their reindeer onesies standing in front of it. Very cute. Again, I don't really get these boxes because I have kids in my life. I get them because they are cute. And I will probably try to find a way to use them anyway. Alrighty, now I'm going to pause a minute and come back when I have the actual kit this is going to go with. Alrighty, so here is the kit I'm intending to use these with. So, that is a lot. Let me actually go ahead and open this a little bit more. I got all the extras with this. This is the Sculptor Prints Co. Pet Potty kit, as you can see. So it's like a pet party theme. I just thought it was a really cute kit with all the cute pets. You can probably hear my explanation about that in the haul that I actually hauled this in. So I'm trying to look right now to see if I did actually get the sheet of animals from Squirrel Prince Co. and I did not. So the only sheet of add-on animals that I got were from Sticky Essentials, and she had a cat and dog sheet, as did I think Squirrel Prince Co. But I believe I chose this one because it had more cats that were ones that I had in my life. So that tuxedo cat is exactly like my mom's cat, Brody, and the brown cat is like my parents' other cat. And yeah, unfortunately there's not a cat that represents Charlie in here. Charlie is a black tabby, or I guess a sticker. There's not a sticker that represents Charlie, but I will survive. And if I was doing this and if I wanted to memorialize all of the cats in my life, I would probably use a photo of him instead. But yeah, so comparing these and how well this would go, let me zoom out a bit, with this kit from two different shops, definitely looks like Andrea muted the colors a little bit, made it a little more pastel, while Delilah left the color scheme very bright and bold. So there is a little bit of a clash there. But I think if you were just to sneak some of these into a spread, it would be kind of difficult to tell a little bit. I think it would work well enough. So I am just going to go ahead and throw this in with that. And that will be my game plan for using that kit. I think this was also a bit cheaper, I think, which is another reason to kind of mix shops on that one. I do tend to do that a lot, if you'll notice. So that is it for this part of the haul. I think we'll go ahead and get into the next one now. Alrighty, I'm just going to do another quick haul section for you right now using Natural Light. So this is a really tiny order from Simply a Mess. I think she had another sale going on, or like a last chance thing or something like that. Yeah, I think a lot of this was last chance stuff. So there was a lot that I still wanted to get, but I didn't get because it wasn't like, I wasn't in a hurry. So that's why I think I only got one kit, but yeah, the rest are all, I think, parts that I'm going to put together with other kits, so you will see. So the full kit that I got is the Holiday Comforts collection. These are the full boxes. I really like this because it's kind of like an unusual color scheme for Christmas. It's definitely a nice December kit, not necessarily for Christmas week, but it would be good for December. But I really like the pastel colors and how it's not, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like super pastel Christmas colors like a lot of the other kits you'll see right now. That's a big thing. But this doesn't really scream Christmas colors to me at all, which I really like. It's like kind of a peach pink instead of just a pastel pink. And I just think it all goes really well together. So there's the deco, I really love that. And then look at all those boxes. And then we get the bottom washi, which I also really love. And everything else. And I also got the glitter headers to match and the date covers and date dots. So that is the Holiday Comforts collection. And then here's all the extra stuff that I got. It's a ton of random stuff. So let me just kind of refresh myself. Alright, so there was one more full kit that I got. Yeah, so I think both of these things were like only available for that weekend or for that sale, and then they would be going away, at least until next year. So I wanted to make sure I got my hands on these too. So this is the Sweet Treats collection, and I really loved this one. I don't think this was exclusive art. I don't know, but I don't remember seeing it in too many other shops, and I really liked this shop. So I love this double box scene so much. It's like a white marble kitchen, like that's goals. I love how like just white this is with, you know, splashes of color every now and then with this really cool red and like turquoise. It's just so pretty to me. So the quote box does say candy cane wishes and mistletoe kisses, so it is kind of a Christmassy baking kit, even though the colors aren't necessarily that Christmas, but it would be a really nice kit for sometime in December or even late November, I think. So let me just finish flipping through that. Very abstract bottom washi. And I feel like I did get yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the glitter headers that go with that. And those are the date covers that go with that. So I love that as well. And then I got 2 big sheets. So this is the sheet of full boxes that go with the Filthy Animal collection. So this is obviously based on Home Alone. And I got the Home Alone kit from Skill Prints Co. from the Buy Sell Trade because I really loved it, but it didn't come with the full boxes that were specific to Home Alone that she had as like an extra. So I needed to get those from another shop. So I just chose Simply Mess because I really liked her full boxes for that. So I'll be incorporating some of these into that Scroll Prints Co. kit when I get around to using that. And then I got the sheet of the Winter Color Collection Habit Trackers. I don't really know why I got this, because if I was going to get any multicolor sheet of something, it should have been the movie marquees, because I go through those like crazy. But habit trackers, I don't know, like I'm only using like 1 for these weeks that I'm planning. And kits usually come with 2, so I usually have 1 extra anyway, so I'm not really short on them. But since I got my new planner, I don't remember what brand it is, even though I like just got it in August, but I got my new customizable planner, and I'm tracking more habits than just like 1 or 2 each week. So I guess once I start planning for the weeks that are in that planner, I can choose, to do more than 1 or 2 habits for that week if I want to. So I guess in that case it would come in handy to have a whole bunch of extra habit trackers, but yeah, next time I'm probably going to go for the movie marquees, because I watch movies so much. Alright, here are the extra things I am going to put with other kits. So these are the glitter headers and date covers for the Believe collection, which is the Polar Express inspired collection that I got last year that I haven't used yet. And when I first started buying kits from her shop, I didn't get these add-ons because I guess I didn't need them, but now I'd like to have them. So I'm really glad that they came back for this year so I could grab these. So yeah, I'm just going to throw in these with that kit before I use it. And then these 2, I don't remember exactly which kit these go to, and it's an old format, so it doesn't have the name of it. But I suspect it is probably the Grinch, because I got that at the same time I got the Polar Express kit, so I don't think I got these add-ons yet either, so that's what kit these are going to go to. I don't remember exactly what the kit is called either, but it's the Grinch one. And then we have the little freebie. So yeah, this was the Canada sale. Timmy's. Is that Tim Hortons? Such a Canada thing. I guess that makes sense. This is probably like Canada stuff or just cold weather stuff. And then I got 1 sheet of foil. So this is the Christmas movies. I like to collect just movie script sheets from like every shop because they all have different ones, and I love using this as an excuse to watch more movies, especially ones I haven't seen. So this is a lot of really fun Christmas movies, or ones that I don't really think are Christmas movies, but everyone else does. Like Gremlins, I don't consider a Christmas movie. Die Hard, I don't consider that either. But the other ones, maybe. Yeah, I actually haven't seen a lot of these, so yeah, it'll be good to have that as an excuse to watch those. I got this only in silver. Well, I probably could have got it in gold too, but oh well, I have it in silver. So that is my rather tiny order from Simply a Mess. But since there is more stuff in my wish list, I expect to see another one at some point. get into the next part of the haul. Alrighty, so for this next part of the haul, I've got just a few orders for you. Clearly my spending has definitely slowed down for a bit. So we've got one foil order, some washi, and some character stickers. So we'll just go ahead and start with the foil. It is getting dark so early these days that it's going to be pretty much impossible for me to film with natural lighting, except on my days off when I usually sleep in anyway. So we're using a lamp today. So this is an order from Rory's Sweet Addiction. I believe this was $2 Tuesday, as it typically is when I order from Rory's Sweet Addictions. So let's go over what we got. In terms of freebies first, I think I already have this freebie, but in rose gold from my last order. So this is kind of like the Christmas theme, but this one is in silver. So this is going to be much more useful for me, I think, for Christmas planning. Although it would be really cool to get a gold one also. So you've got a nice half or full box overlay, script, Christmas tree icon. Those are photo corners right there, little triangles, little Santa checklist, and then some just generic icons. And then I also used Viv's code. I guess hers is the only code that I have for Rory's Sweet Addictions, because I used the same one last time. I got this in like a really bright magenta foil, which I love, but I also love this green so much because this green is like my actual favorite color. It's a shade of green. It's like emerald green almost. And this is on a white paper instead of clear, because, you know, you have to be able to write in the movie marquee. Though the others could very well work as clear stickers, but they are white background, which is fine. I don't really discriminate too much when I use foil in my spreads. But I really love this because I think I got the emerald green wiggle from SPC, and it's really cool to have extra green stickers to add on to that, because there aren't a ton out there in this color. So I would really love to see more of that. Alrighty, so I guess I went a little crazy with the dividers today, obviously. And I did throw in some photo corners, as I tend to do. I really love these. I do use them all the time, every time I use foil. I know some people don't use them sometimes, but I really enjoy these. So I did go with the classic 3 colors. I have the same sheet in gold, silver, and rose gold. Her rose gold is kind of nice. It's kind of unique. It's not super pinkish, but it's also not super coppery gold either. It's really nice. It's kind of like a really subtle rose gold, if you can kind of see that there. I'm noticing the cut lines on this one are very, very close. Like it looks like, yeah, definitely on this one. You can see that the foil is right up against the edge of that sticker there. However, because it is clear background, as long as all of the foil part is cut out, I don't think it matters how closely it's cut out, because you're still going to see it. And it does look like that is the case with all of them. It's cutting it close on some of them, but I think overall it's going to work, so I don't at all mind. I'm just going to check the other ones real quick. No, the other ones look good, yeah. You can definitely tell the difference when you compare the cut lines of the 2 sheets. So, but it's fine. It'll work out. So, let me get those in order. So those are the foil corners I got. These are actually really big photo corners compared to like SBC or Rory's Sweet Addictions has some smaller ones, I think. I'm not sure. But like I mostly use SBC ones, and those are really tiny. So these are kind of big, but I also really like that. I like having options, and I like that style. I mean, I like this too, but that's really cool. They're all very cool. And then I got so many dividers. So there are 2 designs, 2 sizes, and I got all 3 of each. So these are the really thin ones, really tiny ones, in kind of a more subtle style. These are very leafy, all of them. Don't remember exactly what they're called, but they are F278 is their number. And I really love using dividers, especially when I do some white space planning, because frequently I will mess up and like leave too big a space between, you know, the two boxes that I'm using, as you probably will have noticed from my previous plan with me is where I've done that. And I will feel like, yeah, sure, you can see, you know, the confetti bougie box behind it, but you can see too much of it. It, you know, it stands out as a blank space, so I need something to put in there. So that is when it is perfect to reach for a divider, and I'm really glad that I have the chance to use these, because I prefer more foil in my spreads than less, and I like having an actual use for these instead of just like manufacturing a use for these or a time to use them. Because it's not like my days are so empty that, you know, I need to fill up space with something, which is when I'm sure a lot of people use their dividers. But I like having these as like a really beautiful kind of plan B when I have too much space in my planner. And I know a lot of people would also use this for white space planning. It'd be really good for that, especially, you know, all the times I do white space planning. But I prefer to use foil with some white space planning rather than white space planning. So I would kind of prefer to save these for that. And I would prefer to use other kinds of dividers for white space planning, such as washi or character sticker dividers, or just like hand-drawn ones. Like I think I got some from Sweet Bean Plans the other day, the other haul, that are just like actual hand-drawn dividers that aren't foiled. So each type of divider has a use. So those are the really thin ones, and then these are the thicker ones, better for when you have a bigger space that needs filling up. So again, it's good to have size options. These are in all three colors as well. So some of these are leafy like the others, although I don't think they are exactly the same design. That one is kind of similar to that one, but again, not exactly. So they are, you know, they are pretty unique. You're not going to have a lot of repeats there, which I think is really good. So some of these are leafy, but not the same as the old sheet. This one has flowers on it too, which is really cool. And then some of these are more, I guess, modern / geometric. This one, it looks like a little ladder, kind of, if you turn it that way, so it looks just like a plain border. And then this one with hearts, which I love. That would be really cool for a Valentine's Day spread. There's the rose gold, so you can kind of get a better idea of what I'm thinking of there. Then I love this one with the little bows. They don't really look like bows, but I guess they're hearts. I don't know. They could be bows or hearts, depending on whatever your imagination does. And then this one is like a little rope. And then this one is really curvy, so that's going to take up a lot of space. So these are really cool. I love these designs so much. Hopefully these will last me quite some time, because I'm already thinking like, oh no, I need to stock up. I need to get more, because these are going to be so useful. I'm going to see how long these last me, but these are really good, and you probably do need a lot of them if you like dividers, because these look perfect. Can't wait to use them. So that is my $2 Tuesday order from Rory's Sweet Addictions. Again, I just love that green. We need more foil of this green color. I cannot stop looking at it. So that's the end of foil, which makes me really sad, even though I have literally so much foil. I do not need more foil, but I always need more foil. Anyway, we're going to washi now. Really, another really tiny order from Simply Gilded. She keeps putting out releases, and I keep getting one thing from each release. It's really hilarious. So I have another one of these Happy Holidays journaling cards. This is a duplicate of the one I got in the last order, I think. However, this would be really cool to use as an actual card for the holidays. Just like write a message on the back. I actually think I may give this to a coworker at work, instead of like destashing it or putting it in the giveaway pile, like I do with my other duplicate journaling cards, of which I have many. But yeah, I think that would be a really cool way to use this. And you know, sure, it says Simply Gilded, but like obviously it can be used for non-planner related things too. So that's really pretty. And then here's the freebie seal with it. I love these seals. I will also use these on holiday cards. Speaking of which, I need to order my holiday cards right now, because I'm going to try to do them for the very first time this year, because my first, well, it's not my first Christmas on my own, but it's my first Christmas really settled into my new place on my own. So I need to do that. And I'm going to probably use all of my seals that I have from Simply Gilded and Scroll Prints Co. and Once More With Love. and I think maybe Fox and Pip too. I'm going to use those as seals on those letters, but I really love this one. It's like a green gingham. I can never tell the difference between gingham and plaid, but I'm pretty sure this is gingham. I'm pretty sure. So it's a green gingham with gold around it. And I think I got like a dark blue gingham in the last one. I don't remember. Oh, wait, I have it right here. Who am I kidding? Yes, so this is kind of like a dark blue, almost black. But yeah, you can see in the light there, it's clearly just a dark blue. I guess that's kind of a gingham. Yeah, I guess they're both gingham in their own ways, and that's also gold foil. So yeah, those are some seals I'm gonna hold on to for cards. And my actual order was these two 5mm because of course, she's putting out a new set of 5mm that doesn't look too close to a color I already have, then I am all about that. Of course, I forgot to, that was painful. Forgot to unwrap these before starting the video, but thankfully it's only one set of washi, so it won't be too painstakingly long to go ahead and unwrap this on camera. I'm hoping that these aren't too close to ones I already have. I think I did kind of a double check before buying, so I'm gonna kind of look through my collection right now to see what I was thinking. But these are the solid red and green, the Christmas colors from the Christmas release with gold foil. It's just solid gold, I think. So I do have a red with silver foil right here, and that is, I think, the same red, or if not the exact same, it may be a little bit darker. Just, yeah, you can see that there. That's kind of got more pink in it. That's kind of a darker, more solid red, but you know, they both would serve the same function and match the same kit, you know, in a spread. However, it is really important to me to have the color with both silver and gold foil, so that's why I felt comfortable getting the gold one also. And then green and gold is going to be a little bit harder to use than red and gold because these are both, you know, perfect holiday spread washi tapes. But green and gold is less common, but you know, it is my favorite color, green, so I had to get it. And also, I'm looking through my collection. These are like really the only greens I have. So this one is kind of unique. It doesn't look too much like the other greens I have. So obviously it doesn't look like the bright green or this really dark green or the olive green. It looks most similar to this other green, which also has the silver there. So that may have been from last year's holiday release that I got from the buy sell trade. It is also similar, but again, the old one with the silver foil is darker. You can definitely tell that. So the newer releases are a little bit lighter and they have the gold foil. So there is the difference there. I usually organize these by like light to dark, but I'm thinking this olive green is kind of, it needs to go above these, doesn't it? Because it's not as dark. There. And yes, yeah, that is, I think, the correct ombre effect there with all of my green 5mm. Well, that's not all of my green 5mm, but that is the darker ones. So that is kind of a color comparison between this year's and I think last year's, if I'm not mistaken, what last year's was. So yeah, I'm really glad to add those to my collection because having different foils is important. I've almost filled up an entire Michael's drawer with 5mm. Let me just kind of show you my collection real quick. There's a sneak. As you can see, all of it except this tiny bit up here in the whole drawer is filled with 5mm. And I don't have all the ones that are released. I definitely do not. Like I said, oh my god, you probably didn't see that. I probably cut that out, but the power just like went off just randomly during the middle of my video, so that was kind of freaky. Thankfully it came on a few seconds later, but like I was freaked because they're known to shut off power here in the Bay Area when there's a threat of wildfire. They will shut it off for days, and I did not want that to happen again without any warning. Thankfully, it was just temporary. Hopefully it doesn't happen again while I'm trying to film. Anyway, as I was saying, my collection of 5mm is not every single one that's been released. Like I said, I don't like to get colors that are too similar to each other, and I like to get ones that I think I'm going to use more often. So some of the pattern ones I did not get, like the Dalmatian spotted one. Don't think I'm going to use that. Some I still need to get, definitely, like some of the newer 5mm add-ons from the sub boxes, and also the perforated ones that I'm hoping to get in the restock that has probably already happened by the time you're viewing this. So hopefully I will have already gotten those. But yeah, that is all of the 5mm from Simply Gilded. And then I have a whole another row of a drawer here filled with header overlay tapes, foiled header overlay tapes. So yep, really starting to build up my collection. Alrighty, now let's get into Fox and Cactus. This is a super rare shop for me to order from. I do like a lot of her releases, but she doesn't release a ton like throughout the year. So I don't feel the need to place many orders all the time. Unlike, you know, Scroll Prince Co., where there's like 5 things I want every week. But so I like saving it up for a big order. And I think what pressed me to get this order was the fact that it was like Halloween stuff, and I was worried that it wouldn't be in the shop too much longer. I think she might have actually like said, you know, this stuff is leaving the shop at this time. So that's why I placed the order when I did. And the same thing for the Christmas stuff. I just placed my Christmas order before that all came down from the shop. So you'll see that at some point too. It takes about a couple weeks for it to get to me. So this is all the fall and Halloween stuff, I think. And I also picked up a few rolls or a couple rolls of washi because she had some restocks on stuff that I wanted. So there's her cute little wintertime seal. That's really funny because she's in Australia and they are heading into summer now. So here's the 2 washi I got. I'm gonna unwrap these right now. So this is the shark one. Probably wouldn't have thought to get this before, but like I've recently become randomly obsessed with sharks and like shark stuffed animals. I have one for my snake and one for me, which is hilarious. I don't know why, snakes and sharks and spiders, I love them. So but these are really cute, so anybody could love these sharks. So these are her little hand-drawn sharks. I think I ordered the shark sticker sheet in either my last order or this one, so we will see. I think it's in this one actually. But I wanted the washi too. I don't even know what I would use this with, but I thought it was gray, so it was kind of like a nice neutral washi, so it could go with a lot of stuff, not necessarily stuff that has to be shark themed, but I don't know, I just wanted it, and it was like on sale. And it is silver foiled with little sharks in the background, so that's really cute. I love all of that so much. So that's Sea Shark washi. Again, not really sure how I'm going to use it, but I wanted it. Same thing with the Animal Crossing washi. I do not even think there is an Animal Crossing kit that is out. But I have washi from Fox and Cactus and deco stickers from Fox and Cactus to mark Animal Crossing. And I have plenty of Switch stickers to mark when I get it for the Switch, the new Animal Crossing New Horizons when that comes out. So I also got the Soot Sprite washi right here. The Soot Sprites you may recognize from Studio Ghibli movies. It appears in at least a couple that I know of, My Neighbor Totoro and Spirited Away. They appear in both of those movies, possibly more that I haven't seen yet. But they're just these little soot sprites that are made of soot, but they're like sentient, and they go around doing little cute little things, whatever is asked of them really. Or I think in My Neighbor Totoro they don't really do much except to live in the house, but in Spirited Away they're pretty helpful. This is the 10mm size, I think, the smaller design, so they don't have like little arms and legs, but I think they do in the 15mm. I just thought this was more, you know, closer to how I see soot sprites, so it made more sense to me. And there are a lot of stars in the background, including silver foiled ones. I think those are meant to be Conpedo, which is little star candies. I don't remember if soot sprites like to eat them or not. It's, you know, it's quite possible given that they're on the same roll, but I always remember really wanting to try that candy. But it's really expensive to like get it like on Amazon because it's imported. Like it's not something you can just find in the store. Well, maybe it's sold in Japanese grocery stores. I don't know. I don't have one near me, unfortunately, but eventually I want to try it. So yeah, those are the 2 washis I got from Fox and Cactus. Here are the stickers. She puts a nice little board in there so they do not get damaged, which I think is really nice, so they don't get bent. Here is the journaling card, which is so funny. It's 100% that Grinch, so it's like 100% that BITCH, but like Grinch for the holidays. So that's so funny. That's her little Grinch drawing right there. Draw me like one of your French Grinches. And that's her thank you note. So it's really funny. And the freebie is the October freebie. So we have a little spooky mug of hot cocoa, the little wiener dog that is supposed to be Maya, I believe, her new dog Maya, who was so cute, by the way, in a little pumpkin costume. That's a swearwolf right there, so it's like a werewolf, but she's swearing. And the story about the outfit is that she thought it was really funny that werewolves, if they were drawn with clothes at all, were always drawn with like cut-off shorts. So they all must be men, right? So she decided to do a woman with a little bikini top too. That's a woman werewolf, or a swearwolf rather. And then there's a spooky, I think, Whataburger meal or something like that. I just love the paper. It's really beautiful premium matte. So that is the freebie for October. And then here is my order. Yeah, I see sharks in here, so you'll see those in a second. So I have these little witches from Kiki's Delivery Service, which I have not seen. It's a Ghibli film I have not seen yet. I do want to. So I got this to mark that, but also, you know, Happy Meal in October, which I think is kind of the dual use for that. 2 sizes here. And then this is one of her spooky girls reading a book. So I guess any scary book reading going on in October. I meant to read some scary books this October, but I did not get to, so maybe next year. But that's what this is for. I am digging the white hair. I love the white hair so much. She also did white-haired girls for Christmas too, and I love it so much. It's just the coolest look to me. And I think I meant with a medium skin tone because that is most similar to my skin tone, and also because I think it looks better with the white hair. The pale skin looked way too pale with the white hair. So the medium skin I thought worked best. So there's that one, and then here is spooky movie watching or TV watching. So there's a little screen right there, and she's bundled up in her various spooky patterned blankets. Here is the spooky girl using a laptop with a little bat icon. Here we have the hilarious pumpkin spice cat, which is from a previous freebie, I think, but you know, the cat's like sitting in the PSL and it says spicy on it, so that's hilarious. Perfect to mark any pumpkin spice latte or pumpkin spice drink. If you're me, it's going to be pumpkin chai lattes in October. And then of course you have to have your emojis, because you never know when you're going to need an emoji in a really tiny space. So if it's October, you got to grab your pumpkin emoji. So there you go. I really like that one. And then little phones. Sometimes I need just a cell phone if I want to mark texting somebody. So bam, there you go. And yes, sometimes I have days that are really empty enough that I need to mark that I texted someone a lot that day. That happens a lot. And then here are bats. These are kind of purpley bats. They're really cute. So this is also to mark Happy Meal in October. Of course, the black cat sheet, for no other reason other than I love black cats. I love cats, and I think black ones don't get enough love. So I just wanted this just to hold on to. And then of course the sharks. Again, I have no idea what I'm going to use this for. I guess maybe shark movies that aren't Jaws, because I don't like Jaws. I found it to be really boring. I couldn't get through it. But possibly, I just wanted sharks in my planner. I just did. So that's what this is. Finding Nemo. You could mark Finding Nemo with a shark. Here's Brucey. There's an idea. I need to think of more ideas now. Shark Tale. Why didn't I? That was like the whole reason I got this sheet, was because I watched Shark Tale. I cannot believe I forgot that. I'm so stupid. But no, I love the movie Shark Tale more than like anything, so that's what this is going to be for. And then I got the ghost cats because I thought this was really funny. I have no idea what this would be used for at all, because like it's not like I'm going to dress up a cat in a ghost costume anytime soon, but I don't know. I just thought this was really funny. It can be used to mark anything, I guess, cat related in October, because the cat is already festive with the ghost, so I don't know. Like buying cat food or playing with your cat or something like that. So that is my little brief order from Fox and Cactus. I did place a much bigger order for all the Christmas stickers, so you'll be seeing that in a future haul. And I believe that is it for this part of the haul. So I think I may have time for another quick one, so let's get into the next one. Alrighty, so for this last part of the haul, I have just one teeny little order from Rose Colored Daze. So this haul is going to be quite a bit shorter than usual, by probably at least 20 minutes, but don't worry, next week's will, I'm sure, be longer or non-existent, depending on what time all my Black Friday orders get in. I went even crazier this year than last year, if you can believe it. Anyway, that's a spoiler for way ahead. So I'm going over some foil from Rose Colored Daze, but I'm not doing it in natural light because that is a very hard thing to come by these days, with the daylight savings making the sun go down so much sooner and me getting off work, you know, a little bit too close to the time the sun goes down. Does not leave me enough time. And it's been raining too, so that doesn't help. Anyway, this was an order I got up in the middle of my sleep to place and then promptly went back to sleep. This was during Rose Colored Daze, Lauren's Sunday stargazing event. It was kind of in place of her Black Friday. I didn't really want any of the celestial themed stickers. I already have a whole set of overlay tapes from her from the subscription box, even though I'm not really going to use many of those type of stickers. I have already enough, but she did relist her little miniature date dot tapes, and I needed those, and I missed them on the first go round because they sold out like that. So this time I basically set my alarm so I could get them immediately, and I did. I woke up out of my sleep and I was so tired because I had just been sleeping a second ago that I forgot to put in the discount code, so I actually paid full price for these, but like I don't really care as long as I got them, which I did, and you know, it was still a really good deal. I think they were like $5 each. This is part of the smaller batch, so I'll show you in a second. I got gold, silver, let's put these in the correct order here, rose gold, and then hollow. So I got all four that were offered, and these are a bit smaller, and this was her first time doing this, and she said that the next batch she would do when she reordered them would be bigger. So I will get out my planner in a minute so I can kind of show you the sizing, because I haven't actually looked at the sizing myself, but they do seem really itty bitty tiny. Like that's my nail, my nails are really small, so like even smaller than that. Like I guess that's how it would be like compared to a full box. It's so itty bitty. So yeah, I think a bigger size would be a little bit better, but I also like the small numbers for occasions where you have a date cover that does not leave enough room for the actual number. Sometimes you'll have like the word Wednesday that takes up the entire date cover sticker, so it really isn't enough room to, you know, cram in a normal size date dot. So in that case, it would be really nice to have a really tiny one for occasions such as that. And the ones that are double scripted, where you have the, you know, the big kind of block letters of the day of the week in the background, and then you have a little cursive script over that. This would be really good for that kind too. I don't have any of those, I don't think. I may have used one if it came with a kit, but I don't think so. Anyway, so the small ones, you know, is going to come in handy to have really small ones, and you can use these for things other than date dots too. Anytime you need a number, like a really tiny number, like to mark somebody's birthday, they're turning, you know, 2, then you can grab a 2 from here. If you're, you know, you're watching a movie sequel, say you're watching, you know, Indiana Jones 4, which is in my opinion the best one, you need to grab a 4, so you can grab it from there. Like a lot of the movie scripts that people come out with, you know, they'll have just the first one in the franchise instead of, you know, the 6 after it. Like, I don't know, Harry Potter. I mean, Harry Potter stickers, you usually find all of them written down in a script. But with other ones, you're only going to get like the first one. The like I think Cinderella was one where I actually did use a date dot to mark on this spread, actually, to mark when I saw Cinderella 2. I think it was hidden behind this one. See, this is an example of how when you use day extenders, how they lay flat if you keep your planner closed for a long time, because these are very, very flat right now, these 2 day extenders. So let me try to peel one up. So then it just peels up like that, and there you go. So it wasn't this week because this was the first Cinderella. It must have been, yeah, here's an example. So I used the Cinderella script again, and then I added a little 2 there, which is, I think, from the Sadie Stickers date dot sheet. So it's also very tiny, but it's actually about the size of these. So, you know, there's a place in your planner for really tiny date dots. Yeah, these are almost exactly the size of the Sadie Stickers date dots. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I'm sure you can, you know, get the gist of it, but I just want to be absolutely sure you can see the size comparison. I accidentally stuck it down, but like you can see that's about the same size. Now I didn't use date covers for this particular week, so I'm gonna have to grab another one for an example. So these are Sticky Essentials date covers. They give you like a lot of space, but like see here on Wednesday it was kind of crammed there. There was like barely enough room to put in the 26 next to it. Let me kind of see if this one would be a little bit easier to do that with. It's actually only slightly smaller than the Scroll Prints Co. ones, which is what those are. Those are from the Wiggle. So it actually is only slightly smaller, but I still think it fits in the space a little bit better. It's, again, kind of hard to see, but there, you can kind of get the idea of it there. So yeah, with days like Wednesday, it's going to be nicer to have a little more room to work with when you have a really tiny date dot. So needless to say, I am going to be getting the bigger, SBC leaves a lot more room there, but I'm going to be getting the bigger set of date dot tapes when they come out, because it is going to be good to have both sizes to choose from, depending on how much space I have and the date covers to work with. Like ones like these, you know, it's really easy because she abbreviates the days, and also I think her sets include date dots that are meant to fit in the date covers. Yeah, see here on Wednesday it was really tricky for me because there was no way I was going to be able to fit in a date dot next to the word, so I had to stick it up in the corner, and I hate doing that because it, you know, looks so out of place there. This would not really fit next to it either because there's like literally no room, maybe on that side if I crammed it, but I think with this it would be a little bit easier to just put the sticker above each day instead of next to it, and it wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't go up into the white space up here like this would if I tried to do that. So there's another Wednesday that kind of takes up a lot of space. So yeah, you can see what I mean, and that it is going to be useful to have the smaller version of the date dot sticker. So that's why I had to get these, because I knew these wouldn't be coming back. If she's going to upgrade to the bigger ones, these are going to be gone. So I just needed to make sure I got my hands on the ones that she had left. It was very lucky that she found some restocked, but I knew that having really tiny numbers would come in handy for a number of occasions. Haha, get it? A number. So I grabbed that. And of course I got a bunch of freebies. I had completely forgotten about this little grab bag that I guess was with like the first, I don't know, 100 or so orders, the first some amount of orders. So that was a nice little surprise. This is the new version of her business card. I liked the marble one better, but she's trying out a few different designs there. Stay humble, hustle hard, it says. Then we have this typical freebie of the full box overlays. I think this is in a red, but it's like, it's not her usual bright red. It's a very pinkish red. It's like almost magenta red, but it's not magenta because I have that, and it's not the red because I have that one also. It's like somewhere in between the two, but I really like it. I'm sure there would be a kit that it goes with. And then she's also throwing in the calendar journaling cards as freebies also now. Wow, I was trying to get the Gicky off and I just scratched the whole card. Oh well, it's not like these are going to be really that usable after the fact anyway. I might already have a December one. Maybe I don't. Either way, I only use these to just kind of display during the month. So yeah, this is December in Hollow. And then, since I ordered during the Stargazer event, I got the Stargazer Sunday freebie. So these are some little mini deco stickers with stars, which are actually going to be super useful to me. I love little mini deco stickers so much. I go hog wild with them, as you've seen in my plan with me's lately. And then we have a bunch of scripts. We have to do, this week, important, planning time, and then day off. And this foil is gorgeous. It's like a shattered hollow effect. It's definitely hollow. It's definitely shattered. Very pretty. Oh, can't stop doing that. That's so gorgeous. Look at that. Just admire it. Alright, I'm gonna have to find a way to use that somehow. So let's dig into this grab bag that I did not at all expect. This was a really nice surprise. It's funny because I know that she loaded all the stuff into the shop, all the new stuff, 15 minutes before the sale started, so we could preload our carts. And if I had remembered that, I should have just gotten it like 15 minutes early, because I wasn't using the code anyway. So there was a very real chance it could have sold out if other people made the mistake of not using the card too. But well, I got these anyway, so I'm good. Anyway, I might not have gotten these actually if I had done that. But these are all full pages of full boxes, so you get 5 pages. They are all very different, so let's kind of go through them. These are dual foil overlays in confetti, so looks like they are gold and rose gold, it looks like, which is very pretty. I can't imagine ever using gold and rose gold together in a single spread, but it's quite possible you're going to have a kit that has both gold and pink in it. Yeah, I can definitely imagine several kits like that. So you may not necessarily use mixed metals throughout, but this is a nice touch for some full boxes. Ooh, this is very pretty too. So these are like pink glitter confetti, but like it's actual glitter. Like you can see that. It's like actual glitter. It's a very 3D. You can feel the glitter. That is so fascinating and like almost weird. It's like almost like a Frankenstein abomination that shouldn't exist, but like, I don't know, it's cool kind of. I'm so curious to see how this is going to look over an actual full box. Yeah, that's really cool. Can't wait to try that out. So then we have a couple more dual foil ones. So this is silver and I want to say it's like rose gold, but it feels like a different rose gold from this. It may be the same. I think this is also rose gold. So the bows here are rose gold, and then the borders are silver. So there's another combination that is less common, but you know, I'm sure there's a kit that this will work with. It's her little bow border, full box overlay, and then these are the offset double border overlays. So these are also in silver and rose gold. Very pretty. Be really cool to use both of these in the same spread because they both have the same dual foil. And then this last one is another real glitter one. So this is a real glitter silver border. It's funny that the real glitter ones do not have the little labels over here, but all the other ones do. But yeah, so this is silver and real glitter. It is also very 3D. You can feel the glitter. Very neat. So I do like all of these. So many full box overlays. I do use those a lot when I do foil. So yeah, that is it for Rose Color Days. It's really nice that she threw in so many freebies, especially because I only got these 4 tapes and that's it. But yeah, I can't wait to actually use these and kind of show you how useful they can be in a number of spreads. But that is it for this sectional haul, and that is it for this haul in its entirety. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be amazing. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao.